Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and Uber has been adding good new features. Let's not deny this. Uber has been adding good new features, and when they do so, they are actually making the app almost worth driving more than Lyft. Lyft is still a slightly better company, but by adding the tip option, Uber closed a huge gap between the two companies. And now Lyft, of course, needs to do something to get people to want to drive for them again. And they just came up with a feature that we have been asking for, and it's not in every city yet, but it is coming. And that is that with Lyft, you will now be able to see the passenger's destination on before you accept the ride. I know. I mean, here, I'm gonna try to put it there. Let's see how long I can actually hold the camera this way. But as you can see, this is what the screenshot looks like. And so some people are getting it, and so anyway, I can't hold it like that for forever. You guys saw it. Now there is a catch to this feature, so use it wisely. But you need to maintain a 90% acceptance rate to see the destination advance. Now, that I have a little bit of an issue with. I believe this feature should have been there the whole time, and I don't believe there should be any strings attached. As independent contractors, we should know all the information about the trip before we accept it. I just think that's true. And it's pretty easy to dip below that 90%, especially if you're only driving for like the weekend and stuff. Nevertheless, it is here. And I have to say, on a weekend where, because most of the time when I drive Lyft and Uber, I'm trying to get a bonus. I'm aiming towards a bonus. That's how I make the extra money. So I'm very unlikely to, as they say, ignore a request. So I would more than likely keep my 90% acceptance rate. But for those rides, there's just a couple blocks, you know what, those I would have no problem skipping out on. No problems whatsoever. So, you know what, it's a nice feature. I mean, I think it should actually be like 80% or more. 80% or more I think would be way more fair if they have to go down this road. At 90%, that's way too high. But hey, you know what? Baby steps. I'll take what little I can get, and of course, at one point, Uber will probably do it for a very similar thing. 90% you can see the destination. But Uber passengers abuse that feature way more than Lyft, and use Uber for way shorter trips than they should be using it for. Which means Lyft will probably then update their app to do the 80 or 70% acceptance, or maybe they'll even take away the acceptance rate caveat altogether. I don't know. But I think this feature will get improved in the future. And of course, at one point, if they're going to if they want to keep their independent contractor classification, one of the legal ways to do it would be that, hey, they always know where the ride is. They always know where the passenger is going to go. And so I think I'm testing the waters to see how much it changes drivers' driving habits. And they're going to pretty much just find out this. Drivers will more or less pick up anyone as long as they're going more than 3 miles. That's all they're going to find out. And you know what? That's pretty much what the app should be used for. I mean, and when they find out that those less than 3 mile passengers are getting left behind, they might have to find another way to get people to entice them and pick them up, which would mean increasing the fee or the base fare, I should say. I don't know. So anyway, what do you folks think? Do you like this new feature? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. If you want to try driving for Uber or Lyft, there are referral links below. You'll get a nice little bonus. And as always, flame response. Oh, whoa, held that wrong. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.